Hey, everybody! This is Killing Cash coming with you with another topic. Today, I want to talk about something that I see that's just like rampant. What now? Especially in America. Before I get started, I want to let you know if you hear any of the music in the background. That's the instrumentals. I have permission to use that. That's my brother, my guy, richboy2hot.com, and get all that cleared out. So now you didn't hear your beat. Those are beats that I have permission to use, and you hear the tags. But the issue that I want to talk about today is it seems like everybody is leaving their family. Everybody is trying to upgrade, and usually it's always happening after someone gets pregnant, have kids, maybe been in a long-term relationship, whatnot. I mean, it's just rampant and it's sad. And I wanted to show some data because the grass isn't greener on the other side. It just looks like that from afar. But I'm gonna let's go to the first thing. Well, the first thing, uh, there's no one really out there, and I was wanted to see, how many people in America were overweight, whatnot, because I think being overweight and how you think of yourself, in that confidence that you have or you don't have, I think it could mean something, whatnot. But let's just look at this. So, if your body weight is over 20%, you're considered obese. Now we know every body structure is different, so that's not going to fit everybody. But we can read this and know what obesity is. We can go and I'm gonna do a search right now, and let's just see. Because I want to hit you with facts. I just want to hit you with, my opinion. How many people in America are obese? How many people? It doesn't want to do it, of course, while I'm on the phone. So obesity in America. Let's just see what pops up. They say it's an epidemic. Yeah, I like these beats. So this right here, this just simple search, whatnot, and you can verify this information. It's by a medical doctor. Over 40% or almost 40% of Americans, adults, are overweight, obese. That could say a lot about how somebody feels about themselves and why they leave or why they don't leave, right? And you shouldn't just leave somebody if they're overweight. Like, that's not an excuse. If somebody, I'm gonna go on the biblical. If somebody isn't, abusing, cheating on you rampantly, whatnot, you could stick that through. But even with the cheating issue, there's data on that. But we're gonna stick on. We got almost, and this is just one report. I bet we could find one that says probably most of America is overweight. Because I think I saw something like that earlier when I was prepping for this. So let's just say 40% are overweight. What's the percentage that you leaving your spouse, male or female, that you're going to find somebody who is just so in shape that you are just going to be, in awe and happy? Because I hear guys talk about, oh man, she lost it, or, after having kids, always, she lost it, and I'm going to keep moving on, and I'm going to try to find, this trophy type wife. But you had a trophy sometimes, and, and you messed the trophy up, and you weren't encouraging. And it can go on both sides. We're not going to hit, the gender thing. We're talking about everybody. So the percentage you probably find in somebody who isn't overweight is probably low. Especially, you also have to look in the mirror. If you're not fit yourself, you probably aren't attracting somebody who is, fit. Just because, pigeons fly with pigeons and eagles fly with eagles. So, and I was looking at like average incomes because I think, the weight is one thing, but the average income, that's a whole nother thing. And I think I found it over over here. Like the average income was like $30,000 or less. So that's the average. Let's see if we can if Google wants to work again. Let's see if we do this. I like to give the facts. What's the average income in America? Google doesn't want to work when you're doing the I was looking at this before, and this is for doctors and whatnot. What is a good average salary in America? Only 20% hit that 100,000 mark. So now you need to find, a lot of people want to go try to find somebody with some money. 100,000 isn't any real money, but only 20% are even doing that. Let's see, what does the average American earn? There it is, 32,000 a year. So now you need to find someone in shape, but you also got to eat. You got to eat to live, and and you got to make that money. And here's $32,000 a year. And unless you're in the rural areas, which if you are, cool. That's not a ton of money. You come to Seattle, you come to Oakland, you come to New York, LA, you will see how much money you don't have. So now it's like two strikes, right? Two strikes against you. Now, on a different note, let's see how many people have STDs in America. And I looked it up, whatnot, and it's like 1 in 5, but I want to show you. And I'll type it in. How many have STDs in America? Estimated number of Americans living with an STD, 65 million. Ooh, that's look, here it is. 20% of people in the U.S. have an STD. 50% youths, blah blah blah. 1 in 5, right, have genital herpes. So now you got to find somebody who's in shape, which is gonna be, you still might be able to find it, depending on what facts you want to go by. But I say the majority of Americans are, overweight. Now, you also got to find somebody who's making, real money. That's and $100,000, which we know isn't real money, especially in the big cities. 20% are doing that. Now you got to find the person who doesn't have an STD, unless you have one and you're not tripping. You know what I mean? But for those of you, because nobody is ever saying they're that 1 and that 5. But let's even take it to another level. Mental health, which might be even more important, so the person doesn't kill you at night, right? How many, not hope, but how many in America have mental health issues diagnosed, preferably? So every year, about 42.5 million adults, 18.2% of the total population, suffer from some mental health illness and condition. Depression, bipolar. Man, there's a lot of folks with this. And this is just the people that they've diagnosed and been able to find. And you can go through yourself. It says 1 in 5 on that. So your numbers really on finding somebody sane, healthy, um, mentally and physically, man, you are getting into a real small minority of people who can pay. And, I had looked this stat up, and you can look it up yourself. It's like, I think 47.6% of women have children. So if you're a man out there thinking you're about to find somebody who doesn't have mental health issues, is in shape, doesn't have an STD, and, makes a decent amount of money, because you need that, and the days of women staying at home, those are done. um you know Now you got four things going against you, and she may come with children, whatnot, or he may come with children. Because again, I don't want to make this a he, she versus he type thing. But you really have to look at this and weigh out, what are you gonna find. Now some people say, I'm happy, being alone, and I'm not lonely, and that's fine. And you need to stick right with yourself, because when you have that attitude, yeah, you need to be by yourself, right? And there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. But if you've created a family and you want to sit up here and start, rolling the dice and putting the children, or, even if you don't have children, someone else's life. I mean, I've seen people just leave people dirty. And you wonder why every week on Dateline in 2020, there's somebody, on there killing somebody. I mean, it's just crazy. It's the mentally health, it's the mentally ill, it's the demonic, it's all of that. But I want to go back. I want to go to one other thing, right? Criminal records. How many people in America have a criminal record? Because this may shock you. This may shock you. How many people in America have criminal records? Now this says 70 million have a criminal record. My gosh. Let's see. That's just one place. That's quite high, right? I saw one that said more people, or the same amount of people, have college degrees that have criminal records. Man, this is America, man. You don't know how good you have it on the other side. You can get a criminal record for jaywalking, But I want you to just Google this. I'm not even going to spend too much time on that, because I had some already, things that I had copied and pasted. I kind of showed you a hint of, of what I had. Look, 20% of Americans at 100,000. We hit that. The mental illness, we hit that. Now I want to hit on something right here. This says 50% of first marriages end in divorce. 67% of second marriages end in divorce, and 73% of third marriages end in divorce. Hold on, I just gotta take a sip, because you don't get it right on your second chance any better than you did on your first. And on your third, you're all the way just gutter. Now, I take that sip. This shows you that it's a lot of folks who left a situation, and not all these situations are, somebody was doing you wrong. You just got fed up and thought the grass was greener from afar. But on that second time, you don't have a better chance. And on that third, you surely don't. So, maybe after that second, you just need to stay home and stay alone, so that you all will say, you're not lonely. And you need to figure out what it is about you, not the other person, but you, that you can't stay happy, or stay stay sane, or whatever the case may be. So what we've tapped into this, because it's not going to be an ultra long video, is if you're looking for somebody new after you've married, committed, maybe had children, you need to, it's very unlikely that you're going to find somebody who doesn't have an STD, who doesn't have mental health issues, that has a healthy salary, that doesn't have children, doesn't have a criminal record, and that is not overweight. It's just you're gonna have to, it's like you leave one situation to get into a worse situation that you don't know. And so if you think you can grow in that and you got all the answers, you keep pushing. If not, like Pastor Gino Jennings says, man, you better run back to your husband or your wife, whatnot. That first marriage. You can YouTube him. That's not a joke, but a lot of folks have issues with him because he preaches an old school gospel. But that's just a little food for thought. Even if you were an atheist, them facts and them stats, you cannot beat. You can't dispute the facts, the numbers. You know more than the facts, the numbers, and the research. If you know more than that, please send me a link to your YouTube channel because you are a real genius. Maybe some type of prophet, oracle, gatekeeper, key master. But that's my thing on that topic right now. And I might do more on this because I'm seeing more and more of you making these bad decisions. No one knows your situation. If you getting abused and misused, I get it. We all get it. We dig it. We're riding for you. But some of y'all are just, it's like roulette. You playing with people's lives, man. You playing with kids' lives too. And kids' lives matter. So this is Kellen Cash. I'm out. And we'll do this again. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, however you hear this. And, we appreciate you. Peace. Stay tight.